Hi there. Welcome to this quick little video where I'm going to share my birth chart with you so that you can get an idea of what your birth chart actually would look like. So, I'm going to talk a little bit about what's involved in our birth charts, and then I'm going to share my screen with you so that you can see my birth chart and kind of do a comparison that way. Okay. So, the basics of your birth chart are pretty simple, actually. You need to have your name, obviously, the day that you were born, the day of the year, and the time, if at all possible. So, if you don't have the exact time, that is okay. If you have some way of kind of just estimating what time it is, that's great. But if you actually do have the exact time, that makes it even better. So, the reason why we need all of this is all of these factors influence the position of the sun, the moon, the planets, and other astrological points that we've discussed throughout this month at the exact moment where you entered into this world. Okay. So, with this data, you can generate your own birth chart. There's a lot of online tools. What I'm going to be showing you comes from Cafe Astrology. And then you can get a little bit more of an in depth interpretation if you'd like. But my goal for you today is to just give you kind of a quick overview since we've been covering astrology with the blog throughout the month of April. So, our birth chart is generally symbolized by a circular design, and it's divided into 12 parts called houses. Each of these correspond to different areas in your life, such as career, relationships, or spirituality. The position of celestial bodies with these houses are marked by the symbols representing each of the planets and each of the astrological signs. So each planet in your chart represents different energies and aspects of your particular personality. For example, Mercury will govern communication and intellect, while Venus represents love and harmony. Then you have your zodiac signs. For instance, I am a Pisces because I was born on March 6th. So your zodiac sign is probably something that you might even be a little bit more familiar with. It's kind of a general horoscope type of thing, depending on when you were born. So the signs of the zodiac actually get deeper into character traits and tendencies that you have as an individual. So, for instance, an Aries is associated with courage and initiative, while Taurus may embody stability. Okay. The aspects are another part of your birth chart, and they are the angular relationships between planets, indicating how they interact with each other in your particular chart. So there's conjunctions, there's squares, there's trines. Sounds like a lot of math, right? But these are examples of some of the aspects that influence your personality dynamics and your life experiences. So, reading your birth chart is kind of like a cosmic code that you're unlocking that unveils your particular unique story of your soul's journey from the moment that you entered this world until now and as you go through life. So, by really diving deep into the placements of planets and signs and the houses, you can get a bigger, deeper understanding of your own strengths, weaknesses, and potential paths for growth. And so here are some of the things that we're going to explore. First, we have our sun sign, which is basically our zodiac sign. In my case, that's Pisces. Then we have our moon sign. So let's go back to the sun sign for a minute. That's your core identity and sense of self. So it reflects your basic personality and traits and the qualities that you express the most, what you identify with. The moon sign reveals your emotional nature, so your inner world. It signifies your deep needs, your instincts, and emotional responses to any challenges that you might have in life. Your ascendant is also called your rising sign. And this governs your outward persona in the world and sometimes even the mask that you wear in social situations, the person that you put out there. It influences your appearance, your behavior, and your first impressions. Now, the house positions, they're the how what planets the houses occupy in your chart indicate specific areas of focus and life themes. So, for example, if a certain planet is in the seventh house, that may highlight relationships and partnerships, while another planet in a 10th house emphasizes career and public image. So you're not really predicting your fate, perhaps, when you're doing your birth chart, as much as you're really understanding the cosmic energies that were going on at the exact moment that you were born that shape your life and your journey on earth. It's a tool for self awareness, empowerment, and personal growth. And if you look at these insights carefully, you can cultivate a deeper connection with yourself, and also, while doing this, align with the natural rhythms of the universe around you. So, right now, I'm going to share my screen with you. So, whoops, speaker view. See what my chart looks like. So, bear with me here for just a moment. Okay, so here we see on Cafe Astrology, it gives you an introduction. So all I did was introduce the my name, the day that I was born, the time that I was born, and the city where I was born. Okay, I'm approximating my time, but I'm pretty sure I have it as close as possible. So this kind of gives you an outline of what to expect when you put this information in. Okay, so this is a great summary. So here's me, born on March 6, 1969 at approximately 2:30 in the morning in Cincinnati, Ohio. So I'm just going to highlight this chart right here because it takes a lot of deep introspect to get into this. And if it's something that you're truly interested in really diving into, please be sure to contact me. But we're just going to kind of take a quick look at it. So as you can see right here, the zodiac, the sun was rising in Pisces when I was born. So I was born in that time frame where you are a Pisces according to the dates. That's when the sun was rising. Now the moon here was rising in Libra. So Pisces refers to my core personality. Libra is more of my emotional personality. Now you'll see here that my rising house is Aquarius, and that house, first house, is in Mercury. Okay. So you can go down through this chart. You can see where each of the planets ended up, each of the houses over here. And then you scroll down and you see more of the houses. This being the third house, this being the second house, the fourth house, etc. So your sun, your moon, and your Mercury rising. Your Mercury rising is basically your ascendant. So that is Aquarius for me. Okay. So you can see where all of the different planets are circulated throughout the houses under the time that I was born. So you also have your elements and how much of the elements, fire, earth, air, and water, are involved. And then you have cardinal, fixed, and mutable with the planets. Now, there's definitely a couple of articles that I'm going to point you to so you can get a little bit more information. But this is great. So you can see sun, moon, all the things with your full natal chart that you can really scroll through, sorry, and get some wonderful information. You've got fortune, you have the planetary positions. So the sun represents vitality in your individuality. So my sun is in Pisces. And then you can see some of the information about Pisces personalities there. And you can also go down here to the short description of the personality. So compassionate, sentimental, that's pretty correct. Isolated occupations, administration, archives, or history. Potential issues, a tendency to be led astray, lack of experience, or inability to apply experience practically. Sometimes that does happen to me because I'm pretty sensitive. And it says there that you can be overly sensitive and somewhat emotional and lethargic as a result of it. And that's definitely true. So The sun is in the third house. This tells you a little bit about that means for you. You can go down here to the moon and where the moon was when you were born. And at my birth, it was in Libra. So people with moon in Libra are friendly, warm, tasteful, tactful, and balanced because Libra obviously represents balance. And then you can go further. So, with a description of my moon sign, sociable and popular, good judgment, intelligent, reasonable, agreeable and fair, and valuing feedback. That's pretty accurate. So this just shows you, I'm just going to scroll down a little bit more here about each of the particular ways that the planets show up for you in your sign. Okay. So it's not just about being your sun sign, being a Pisces. There's so much else involved. So I'm just going to scroll down here to the bottom so you can just kind of get an idea. We go through each of the planets and how they fell at that moment when I was born. Gives you a lot of great insight. This is a wonderful website that I highly recommend, Cafe Astrology. And then this is the actual picture, the wheel of my birth chart. Now that looks like a whole bunch of gobbledygook when you look at it at first, but if you pair it with the information that comes with this reading, it's really, really interesting. And there's just a summary, and there we go. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen and come back. Okay, cool. So I hope you enjoy that. That was just a really quick way for me to kind of pop in here and give you a little bit of information about birth charts. I am not a professional astrologer, but I'm loving dabbling into birth charts and astrology like we've been doing for the last month. So if you're interested in learning more, please let me know. I can try to help you on a very limited basis. I'm just helping you kind of read through and interpret something that you might put together on Cafe Astrology. Or I can also refer you to some people who have a little bit more information and insight into the actual deeper astrology. And I've also got tons of resources that I've used myself that I can recommend for you as well. And I will try to include those in the comments of the video. So thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate it. And you can look back at this anytime you want. Take a quick look. And then if you want to go to Cafe Astrology and download your own birth chart, let me know how it goes. I would love to hear how the experience is for you. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.